Okay, I'm going to show you how to make one of the quilt squares that hopefully we can put together someday for Festival of Trees. To start off with, you are going to need a white square. These are 10 by 10. I've already cut them to be the right size, so you just need one. You're going to need a variety of strips to go with it. Some can be long, they can be short. It's always good to kind of mix it up and do a variety so you have different colors, different prints, big ones, small ones, ones that grab your attention, ones that fall into the background. Solids always look good with mixing some of these up. So what you're going to first do is you're going to put your first strip corner to corner. Doesn't matter which one it is, but you are just going to line that up. Try and match it up as centered as you can. And then you're going to sew down both sides at 1/4 of an inch, meaning you are going to match up the outside edge of this fabric, your strip, with the outside edge of your presser foot. So here I have my strip matched up with the outside edge of my presser foot, and I'm just going to sew that down the entire length of my square, going from corner to corner, making sure that it's always, I'm holding the other end of it just to make sure that it stays in place. Now, when you get to the end, don't worry about back stitching, but cut your thread loose. And it's okay that if you have a big hunk of fabric hanging off the edge, we can just trim that up later. Now that I've sewn 1/4 of an inch or the outside of my presser foot down both sides, I'm just going to trim off the extra. I can save this and use it in another spot on the square, or I can just go with another piece altogether, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this darker piece. Now, we've talked about right sides and wrong sides, so whenever we sew, we're going to be doing it right sides together. So I'm actually going to put this directly on top of the piece that I've sewn, and I'm going to sew this edge together at 1/4 of an inch, again that outside edge of my presser foot. So here I am again, sewing the outside edge of my presser foot, making sure that these two pieces are right up against each other, pretty sides together. Ooh, that's shaky. Sorry, hope I'm not making you motion sickness with that. Okay, so now we have this piece that when we open it up, we don't see any seam, where we shouldn't see any seams. We might go back over that. And we're going to take the iron and we are going to press this down. Now, your fabric has a memory of wanting to sit like this. We don't want it to stay that way. We want it to now have a memory of being in this direction. So we're going to go over to the irons and press it. All right, I'm at the iron now and I am going to press my fabric. Press with a fabric just means that you are putting it down and you are holding it. It's more of an up and down motion than a side to side. If I start going side to side, I'm going to stretch my fabric in a way that I don't want it to be. Be careful of your fingers, the irons do get hot. And now I'm going to repeat the process again with more strips until I fill up the entire white. All right, now that I've got all of my strips put together, it kind of looks like a mess. If you feel comfortable doing it, you can just use your scissors and cut off the extra from each side of it. I have a way to use it, cutter that just slices off the edges of these. If you want to just stack them, I can do that super easily. But it's fun to kind of get a bunch of them together, kind of see how they would look. There's all ways that we can kind of put them together, and because of the angle that we've put them on, they will all match up if you're doing it corner to corner. Feel free to do as many as you'd like. All I ask is please don't just use only the large strips. You can do smaller ones. They fit very nicely in there. And have fun.